I'm Nixon McShane.
And I'm Eryn Campbell-Campanola.
We were on the hit TV show Twice Blessed together, and we're also good friends. I guess you could say we've been blessed twice by each other.
And now we're diving back into the world of Twice Blessed for the ultimate rewatch podcast. We'll break down our favorite moments, give you top secret behind the scenes insights into the making of all of our favorite show. This is Twice Blessed, Once Recapped. Wow, we are getting so good at that.
Never gets old.
Never gets old. And exciting, you may be noticing, well, not if you're listening, but if you are watching us, or if you're looking at your phone screen while you listen, we have a logo.
Woo!
Houston, we have a logo.
There's something behind us. Nope,
it's a logo.
Yeah. This looks gorgeous. Just to describe for the listeners at home, it's kind of a riff on the boarding school crest
The
from
Broadmoor Academy crest, yes.
And we have Luna and Nova, the twins here.
Kind of in silhouette.
Yes,
is that what
very
silhouette
cool.
means?
And then we have the magical toilet portal that
From
was
the
so
field house,
integral
yes.
to the show. That's how Luna communicated with Nova, as we all know. And we have a nice little microphone here to
Because
represent.
This is a podcast at the end of the day. I know we sent Kate a list of artists that we were, thinking would be great to design the logo.
Yeah. I know we wanted Ai
Weiwei.
Weiwei and Yayoi Kusama, I think, was
Yayoi
on there.
Kusama.
So really great work, Kate, on getting who ended up doing it.
Well, I wasn't sure if you guys were going to like it or not, but I actually wasn't able to get any of the artists you asked for, I think for obvious reasons. So I actually took it on myself to make the logo. I had a little bit of, basic knowledge on how to get something like this done, but I think to great effect.
Oh, I didn't realize that was your work.
Okay, that makes sense.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well,
the crest and the microphone, the toilet. I feel like I just pinpointed what the show was really about.
I can see your handiwork now.
Yeah.
Now that I'm thinking about it, it is like really that font. Okay.
Yeah.
But you know what? Really
interesting that you went with the sans serif, just because that's a bit tougher to read. But
really solid effort, Kate.
Thank you.
I think this tone of the orange can be maybe lightened a bit. And
that's the exact orange that was used in the original show's logo.
Well, we were there, so I think maybe we wore the crest.
So maybe you recognize the homage.
Well, anyway, we appreciate you trying. This is Kate trying.
Mm-hmm.
And it's going to be so cool to see where she goes from here. So
glad to be back behind the mics
glad to be back,
you, Eryn,
and you too, Nixon. I want to, up top. Let's just talk about something. I think we were seeing some comments online after our first episode, which went over, like gangbusters. Everybody was just talking about how, thank you all so much for the love. But also we were seeing some people thinking that maybe I'm too mean to you. They think I'm being mean to you.
Which I don't really get. I mean, obviously when you've been friends this many years, that's just kind of the rapport that we've built.
Yeah. What you guys don't understand, you don't see us when we're driving and talking on the phone, not in the same car, but when I call Nixon to say hey bitch, gender neutral bitch. But we're this is a dynamic. This is a vibe that's
There's
been
a rapport
cultivated over many years.
It's built up in layers.
It's love. It's loving razzing.
I would honestly be concerned if Eryn wasn't being mean to me.
Do you remember when you got those baby bangs and I told you those are ugly and terrible? That wasn't me being mean. That was me helping you.
I think about it every day.
Yeah, because you looked so bad with them.
Well, I think this has come up because we have a lovely, productive subreddit for the podcast. It's called TB1 Recapped. And Kate had noticed that there was a post on there about this exact issue. So we just wanted to address that. Kate, can we pull that up, that post?
Sure, yes.
I don't know why we need to pull it up, but if you want to, okay.
Yeah. It just says, anyone else feel like Eryn is kind of mean to Nixon? I listened to the first episode this morning at the gym and had to turn it off. I feel like Eryn just kept like bullying Nixon for no reason, ? I know Nixon's annoying. Oh. But aren't they kind of both
It says,
annoying?
I know Nixon's annoying, but aren't they both kind of annoying? I don't know. I just don't think I'm going to be listening anymore.
All right. Well, that's just one. And
I think there's a comment here actually as well. It says, yeah, they are annoying me both, which I think we all understand that you're both annoying this particular listener.
Look, I think that when someone online is just like looking to be mad, it's like a gremlin or a ghoul. What is the word I'm looking for?
A listener, a fan.
Bad, like someone who's just like bad and mean and
a troll.
A troll. These are trolls, and a very, very, very dear friend of mine, Leanne Rhymes, once said, "If you don't have haters, you're doing something wrong." I think this is someone threatened by a strong she-they friendship.
Yes. And you know what?
Hold my hand.
Oh, yeah. Holding it. Oh, scaly. So I think last thought on this is just, here's my thought, and it's coming. And here comes the thought.
What we would really love is that maybe some of you that I know are enjoying the show because I'm seeing you every day,
people coming up to me on the street.
In my mind's eye. Maybe some of you could jump onto this subreddit and sound off about the things you like. I love Eryn's beautiful interiors. I love hearing from my favorite character, Jamie. I love how Nixon's hair is always wet.
That's a great point because I just started using a new mousse and I can highly recommend the mousse. So if you come to the subreddit, you'll see a post from me.
So come on over to the
TB1
Recapped subreddit.
But only if it's positive.
Only with good things. For bad things, take it to the trash.
All right. Well, why don't we move on? I know, Eryn, you've been working on a really exciting renovation project, and
Yes,
I think the listeners are really excited to hear updates on that. Do you have any news?
Yes. So this segment is going to be called Reno Watch. It's going to be me updating the listeners on some of the things you don't normally get to see when someone is renovating or restoring a home, which I'm doing both. And so maybe to kick it off, Kate, you can play the jingle that we were emailing about.
Yeah, I do have a bunch of emails here about the jingle, but I will admit that I don't understand most of them. So I wasn't able to complete what you were asking of me for today.
Well, were you reading them in order?
Yeah, I was.
Okay, well, that's where you went wrong. Because if you read them in order, they're not going to make any sense at all. Okay.
I have one that just says bugs. Can you just explain that one to me?
That
quickly?
was an idea for. I was thinking maybe that you could, with that big, beautiful brain that I know you have,
you are
maybe
paid to have,
put together
not a lot, but okay,
sort of like a song. That we could use to signal to the listeners that we are going to do the Reno Watch segment.
Okay, so like
and I'm
renovation
a little confused. Yeah.
Okay.
Like a nail, for instance. Wet cement.
the sound of a nail.
The sound of a nail.
Yeah.
Okay,
let's
what
get that.
what sound does a nail make?
Are you
Okay, well, okay, here's
bonk, bonk, like what?
bonk bonk. Okay, here are a couple options.
Harm.
What is that? Are you grating cheese?
It's the sound of a saw. Have you ever heard a
Like a
saw?
hand saw?
No.
What is this? An Amish project?
Wouldn't that be like
No, that's a chainsaw. This
oh my
is
God,
a regular
Kate,
saw.
I don't think you understand what my job is as the renovator.
Okay, here's another option.
What is that?
Is that a ghost?
Someone opening a door? What was that?
Someone bumping around in the attic?
All right,
in the
let's just try one more and then we need to move on.
Well, that's
a nail. That's the sound of a
Stomp
nail.
Live on Broadway. Look, how about I just riff something really quick and you can record it and chop and screw it, and next week we won't have to have this confusion, okay?
Great, go ahead.
I'm a great singer, so this should be easy. Renovation is her passion. Eryn Campbell-Campanola's Reno Watch. Ooh, yeah. There we go. Is that so hard?
That was
No,
amazing.
that was great.
Let's just use that. Perfect.
Okay, so this week's Reno Watch, I thought we'd start from the very beginning of the process. Kate, can you throw up that photo I sent you?
Oh, this is gorgeous.
Oh, okay, so
That
this
facade. Oh,
this is the house we bought, and then we destroyed it, tore it down.
oh, this is the before.
This is the before, yes. And it's like, I know, it's just like, it's like so much going on. It's like, what is this? A haunted mansion?
I mean, I know we have very different tastes, but
Yeah, it's like
this-
super tacky. Yeah.
I was gonna say it looks like a gorgeous, like historic home. How old was that house?
I like, 120 years, but it's
and
just,
you didn't ever. It wasn't on the like National Historic Registry or something.
no, it's honestly really easy to get around that. But yeah, I looked at it and I was like, ugh, like it's so not progressive, not modern. There's no flow. It's just like lines, like columns, gazebo, windows.
Bay windows. Beautiful bay windows.
I just wanted to like take it off this land and then build something brilliant and new from scratch. I just assumed house like this gotta have bad bones. Turns out had pretty good bones. We discovered that when we get to the next photo, when we ripped everything out, and turns out the bones were pretty good, but we broke those bones. So now our next step is to build new bones, build back better bones. You can see here, that's my team in the background. They're scavenging,
This
trying
looks
to see.
completely gutted. There's nothing.
Yeah, well, we did. That's renovation. It's gutting, and then it's stuffing new organs back in the corpse. If you can go to the next photo, Kate. So this room I'm really excited about. It's obviously not in great shape right now, but we're going to turn this into a wet room, which is something that my friend Adam Levine told me about. It's like a room in the house where everything is meant to get wet. You can like have like a shower and, like a tub and hoses. It's just, I love it. I love the idea of a room where like you don't have to worry about the floors getting wet. So we're going to rip all this stuff out and replace it with a really nice kind of like stone.
It looks like they had a really beautiful vaulted ceiling there before, and it's gone.
Yeah, those were some of the good bones that we had to unfortunately repurpose. But, that's the thing about renovation. It's all about rebirth. As you can see in the next photo. So here,
Oh my
funny
God.
story. While we were ripping out those bones, we ended up pulling out some very important wiring,
Was there a fire?
There was a fire, and these are the lovely firefighters from the township. They came, they were totally understanding. They were like, "What are you doing here?" And we were like, "Well, we're renovating." And they were like, "Oh, well, you need permits." And so now like we're figuring out how to be better renovators. And this fire was an important step in developing our new workflow. Stay tuned, guys. It's going to be amazing. Believe women when they say that they can renovate. So did you do anything this week? Or did you build anything or make anything better or touch any bones?
Oh, well, yeah, I've had a pretty good week. This week is the premiere of The Amazing Race, which I'm on this season. I was partnered up with a lovely lady named Raquel, and we have been making our way across this beautiful earth together. Right now in the premiere, we are starting in Peru. So check that out. It's on CBS Tuesdays at 8, and it'll be premiering this week.
I'm busy then, but that is so awesome, Nixon. Kudos.
Well,
So should we throw it a commercial?
Yeah, well, why don't we throw it to commercial?
That's what
Awesome.
I just said.
We'll be right back. We have our first sponsored ad this week. So exciting. And here is the copy. I guess I shouldn't say that, but here we go. You became a pediatrician to help children, not spend your days drowning in paperwork. If you want to grow your practice, you have to practice organization. Introducing Pedophile, the answer to all of your pediatrician record-keeping needs. No more piles of paperwork. With Pedophile, you get one digital program for patient charts, appointment information, and a calendar of upcoming national holidays. But don't wait too long. For a limited time, listeners of Twice Blessed Once Recap will receive an extra 5% off when you write in Twice Blessed at checkout. Pedophile, a more organized pediatrician's office. I think they need a better tagline there. Kate, do we have like a big audience of pediatricians?
Big audience. I don't know that we have that.
We're back, and we are so pumped for this week's guest. You know her. Apparently, a lot of you love her. It is Jess Brooks.
Woo!
Hi.
Thank you so much for being here, Jess.
Yes.
As our true diehards know, Jess, of course, played Autumn Hatheway, best friend of Luna Merriweather, the main character for seasons 1 through 3. And Autumn was just the very best sidekick that I think you ever saw on a television show. She helped solve the mystery of what happened to Luna's sister Nova. And from then on, the two characters basically worked side to side, getting to the bottom of the ghostly mysteries of Broadmoor Academy. Sweet, quirky, loyal Autumn quickly became a fan favorite, a la Willow and Buffy, and the fans' love for Autumn followed Jess into her career long after the show ended. Wow, this is very lovingly written.
Yeah.
Well, I this was a personal favorite to write up today. I don't want to fangirl, but I'm a fan girl. And we're kind of matching today. If you're wearing blue jeans, then
Yes, I am wearing blue jeans.
Okay, well,
What
we're
are
both
the
wearing white shirts.
chances?
I don't think that's so crazy.
Thank you,
Jess
Kate.
has worked consistently since the end of Twice Blessed. She played Petunia Petalbottom, the disloyal court jester in Selena Gomez's 2011 film Monte Carlo.
Ooh.
The role was mostly cut, but that doesn't mean she didn't make us laugh and cry. She also played Sarah Lawson, the best friend of the love interest in Lucky Larry Loser. A lot of best friend roles for you.
Yes, that's my gig.
And she had a recurring role as Lily Foster in the show Influence This, where in a world of online influencing, Jess plays a lovable, agoraphobic Luddite who teaches the audience about the importance of human connection. Man, I do not watch enough TV. I haven't heard of any of these.
She steals every scene.
Oh, Kate.
I love Lucky Larry Loser. Like whenever I'm at a hotel and need something on in the background, that's like my first choice. So I love that show.
Oh, you guys. I mean, what a nice intro.
Welcome to the
Yeah.
studio.
Yeah.
We didn't write it. That was all Kate.
All Kate.
Guilty.
Kate, I should bring you everywhere.
Okay. Okay.
That would be distracting. But also, I think it seems like your biggest gig is ha-haing it up with your comedy. Jess is a stand-up.
Yes. I have found like a new passion later on in life. I just kind of like have this like insatiable creative drive, and I just wanted to try something new. And so now I do that. And turns out I'm pretty good at it.
The fans love you, for the record.
Yeah.
I think the fans love us all, but make no mistake, there is, I think, a lot of parasocial connection to you in particular. People seem to really think that you were like a best friend to them in real life, even though they've never met you and have no idea what you're like off set, which is, you could suck.
Yeah. Yeah.
You don't, obviously,
right,
but you
yeah.
could.
Yeah. Yeah, I think like the fans just connected with, sometimes they just connect with the sidekick more than the protagonist. And I'm super grateful. I mean, it was really amazing. I'm sure you guys feel the same, like to work with the cast, especially Chloe, and like deepen our friendship. Cause we were friends in the show and then we became friends off screen. And like, it was, I mean, truly one of the most formative relationships like of my youth. So like, what more could you ask for?
I really wonder what makes somebody a best friend character, because I think a lot of us were friends on the screen and a lot of us are friends in real life. But what exactly makes it a best friend?
No,
Like, weren't you
yeah.
just one of kind of many characters that were friends with Luna? You know
That's
what I
a
mean?
good question. I think it probably was like the show Bible and the producers and the writers kind of decided that.
Well, for the record, the Bible is famously up for interpretation.
Yeah.
Sure, but
There were all those storylines that you guys did together, though, right?
yeah, the show
Yeah.
Bibles are usually not up for interpretation as much. So, yeah, and after doing like
I've heard it both ways.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I think that it just kind of ended up being what my character was, and that just was my character. She was the best friend of Luna, and they had the most scenes together, and they were just constantly attached at the hip, and that kind of turned out to be Chloe and I in real life.
Okay, yeah. Well, you were certainly relatable, I think, to all of those normies at home watching. But, take us back. Let's hop in our time machine and whoop, 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 whoop. That's me going back in time. And I want to know, how did your career start, and when did you know I am going to be a second banana?
So actually, my career kind of began with being cast in a movie opposite Jerry the Dolphin, and I was in the movie One Tail, Two Legs, and he was the main character, and I played his human best friend who was a child. And
I actually have a picture of the two of you right here.
oh yeah. I loved working with Jerry. It was so magical.
Oh my God, he's so cute.
Yeah.
That's
And that's
adorable.
you. You look
Yes,
so cute. You're so
that's
young.
me. I know. Yeah, I was. Yeah, like 7, I think, and it was amazing not only to be on set for the first time, but to be working with such an incredible animal. And like, I've learned so much since then about like, animals on set and making sure that animals are protected when they're working, and so it's not a project that I would do now.
What? Why is that?
It's just kind of animals in captivity can always be a tricky thing, and they can't really get paid for the work that they do. So,
But aren't they kind of like set free when they're booked and they're working like that? I feel like for them, captivity is more like being unemployed.
interesting. Yeah, I think that it's more not like that. I think that it's really.
He looks like he's having a great time.
Yeah, so I mean, most of the time, when I was a kid, I thought, oh my God, this dolphin and I are friends. He loves me. Like, he's smiling at me and he's giving me hugs.
I'm sure he did love you.
Well, thank you. But, that at the end of the day, that's just an animal doing a trained behavior. And
So they give him acting training. That's cool.
yeah, I guess you could say that.
Maybe we could get you with his program, Nixon. I'd love to throw you a fish so you'd act right. I'm just playing.
Oh.
I think we have another photo of Jess on set with Jerry the dolphin.
Do we?
Yep, there it is.
Yes.
Oh my God.
That's from the
Yes.
set.
Oh, he's got
So
Yeah.
when I see this photo, a few things come to mind. Is your character a quarter black?
No.
Why would you? Oh.
Because of the
Yes, as you can
cornrows,
see, I've got
obviously.
some braids. In
Looks
my
like
hair.
they're ripping your hair
Yep,
out, actually.
my hairline was never the same. Never grew back
Mhm.
like it was.
I bet.
I mean, it was a style choice from Wardrobe and Hair, and
So you're
I-
blaming other people for your appropriation.
thanks for calling me out on that. Maybe I'm not taking as much responsibility as I should. It was a choice from the director, and I didn't know any better at the time.
I just want to say on behalf of your fans, since I'm here and since I can play representative, we forgive you.
So I don't really know if that's your place to forgive Kate, since you're not a member of the cornrow community. But I think it's sweet that you are clearly so enthusiastic about Jess.
Yeah, well, she's
Please don't interrupt me.
Yeah. But I just want to make clear there are other parts of the internet, Jess, that really love and adore you and hold you up high in high regards.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy to just be like scrolling on the internet and see stuff like that. It's really sweet though. I mean, like the amount of attention that this show like generated is insane. I mean, I'm sure you guys feel it too. Like I get like hundreds and thousands of letters and like emails
Like from
my
convicts?
agents. Oh no, like
From people in jail?
that's happened before, but
Incarcerated people.
mainly just young girls, fans of the show that want to write and tell me that I've inspired them for various reasons, you know, because of what the character was like and what I do now with my animal activism and things like that. So
That's interesting. I mean, I know I did move about 3-4 years ago, so maybe stuff is going to that old address. Yeah, I'm sure that's it. I'm sure that's probably
as to why you're
it.
not getting.
Oh, well, no, I definitely get stuff. I think I'm just not, the letters I get are not from young women. They tend to be mostly an occasional older gentleman who thinks that I am someone else.
So something I'm interested in exploring, I'm wondering, what do you think it is that connects people to you? Is it because you're so normal, so regular? Is it like, what is the Jess factor? Because to me, you seem so average.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe that's it. Maybe that's the secret sauce, you know? I guess beauty's in the eye of the beholder.
Well, speaking of, I was so curious what it was like. It must have been kind of hellish to date Jacob Elordi because, he's so tall and so striking. And then I'm sure you got some fan blowback with people being confused about that and how that happened.
I'm curious, just like how did you, for lack of a better word, how did you pull that off? Like, did you have had you just gotten your hair done when you met, or what was the scoop?
It was.
Did he just have an eye exam?
Oh yeah, I mean,
it's like, what if my next door neighbor from childhood, Melissa with the corrective lenses, was dating,
Jacob Elordi.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but he's such a star and was like, I always knew that he was gonna skyrocket. And this was like years ago, like before he blew up. Maybe that had something to do with it, but we really just hit it off, and like it was lovely. He's lovely. We're still in touch, and
much younger than you, right?
Like 2 years.
Oh,
okay.
I think maybe you might just be a little older than me.
Well, I think that's up for debate.
tell me more about your husband. You're married, right?
Yeah, but like I was saying about, just keeping my private life private. I don't really talk about him publicly.
Dish, girl.
Yeah, he's an amazing man, and he is in the e-bike industry. So we both kind of love the environment and trying to save the planet and whatnot.
It's Jerry the dolphin, isn't it?
No, he passed away in captivity.
Got it. Well, you'll tell us more about the hubby off cam, I guess, huh?
No, I will not.
Okay, well, let's get to the episode recap.
Yeah, sounds good.
Let's get to the meat of these bones.
Okay, so the episode we wanted you to discuss with us today, I'm sure you remember it, was The Phantom.
Yes.
Episode 402.
Yes. Great episode.
This is the one where you faced that computer hacker.
Yes, who was, I was rewatching it and I was like, oh my God, I cannot believe we got Steve Buscemi for that role. Like,
I didn't have any scenes with him, so.
I wonder how this storyline came about. I mean, a computer hacker was so interesting to me, and I was always curious about what was going on in that writer's room.
Well, I actually have a little inside scoop on that. I mean, that was actually something that I kind of pitched,
Well, that's so interesting because, I would go into the room a lot for the first couple seasons, and then they had to tell me I couldn't go in anymore because I would come in, I would bring my famous egg salad, and then they had to say,
everyone knew you as egg salad girl back then.
Yeah, because I was giving out egg salad.
Egg salad person now.
Yeah, egg salad person now.
Oh, well, I was told that I wasn't allowed in the writer's room anymore because of guild rules.
Well, now we know it was the egg salad.
Yeah, it was totally the egg salad. But it was delicious. Let's be clear about that.
Okay, that we can agree on.
Yeah.
It was delicious.
I never
Thank you.
tried it. It looked
Almost
foul.
impossible to eat because of the stench. You had ideas also for the writers at points?
I was always coming up with ideas for my character. You know, I pitched them. I remember for this episode specifically, I came to them and I said, I want to do a monologue. I really want to stretch my sea legs and show what I can do.
Yeah.
Yeah. You remember it, right?
Yeah.
Because I was pitching it to everybody.
You were in this episode?
This episode was where my character Trixie found that vintage video game Gonky Mong in the studio activities center and was playing it the whole episode. So
Right.
yeah, while the action was going on, like it was kind of like a little Easter egg. I was playing a little Easter egg where you could see Trixie in the background of every scene, like still playing the game. But I pitched them a monologue in the room before they had to get me out of there. But I pitched a monologue in which I was kind of delivering it to Monkey Gong himself. And I was saying, Gonky Mong, you weren't supposed to come back here. I told you that. No, please. Please. I warned you. If you're back here, that means no. Not the amulet. And that was kind of like the first stanza. You could say. And, you know, the intonation I would play with a little bit. Because
Right.
obviously right now it's not what it was. But the words speak for themselves.
Now you're jogging my memory. Like, I totally remember this.
I don't.
Gonky Mong!
And Donkey Kong, for folks who don't know, it's because we couldn't use Donkey Kong.
I have no fucking idea what that was.
I thought it was really great at the time and even better now. And I mean, let me just say, like, I'm super big fans of what you guys do too. Like, I am crazy Dancing with the Stars fan.
Oh, thank you!
But when I saw you on the screen, I was freaking out. It was just a shame that you went home on the first
Yeah, went home
episode.
first week.
Cha-cha-cha.
But yeah, and I'm
me in the ass.
hearing about like your Reno stuff is really, really special.
Thank you, sweetie.
Of course.
Personally, for me, as someone who was more in the episode, I was, I think, probably the co-A plot with you. Because this was the episode where my parents took in a foster child who was, of course, actually secretly a homegrown terrorist from a white supremacist cell who tried to frame me for a crime and get me kicked out of my own family. So, you know, you and I were, I think, really dealing with things in this episode where it's like, people are dangerous. Who can you trust? Like in the information superhighway. And like, you know, you guys were kind of doing these things that weren't that grounded. It was like computer beep, 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 beep. And I'm dealing with racism.
Yeah. It's interesting because those, usually they tied those themes of the episode together, but that plot line was kind of like off on its own.
I don't know if it's your place to say that, Nixon. Step up, step back.
Heard.
If I may, just about the episode, that plot was amazing and like so full of amazing scenes for you. And it's a shame that a lot of it had to be left on the cutting room floor.
Yeah, why do you think that was? Do you think the showrunners played favorites?
I guess that should be discussed, but I wonder if it had anything to do with. Have you talked about it already?
Talked about what?
Well, in season 4 when you kind of not refused, but just decided that your character would communicate best if they had kind of a Massachusetts accent.
Oh, yes. I was working with my acting coach, Rudolph, and he and I decided that to add a little bit of grit to the show, it would be best if my character spoke in an upper Massachusetts dialect. Yes, that's true.
A bit of a brogue.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think that might have played into the kind of like when I know that just like maybe just creative differences, like when you felt very passionate about doing the accent and it didn't really make sense with all of like the previous 3 seasons, you know, after.
You will not judge me by my color or my creed.
I thought it was a pretty good brogue.
Thank you, Nixon.
Yeah.
So just let's talk more about this comedy career that you've
Claimed.
segued into. Claimed.
Yes.
You just bursted on the scene, didn't you, Jess? Just with a bang.
Yes.
Kate, do you have a semi?
I don't know. I don't know what that is. And no.
Kate is at half chub over there. Never seen her like this before.
So you are a stand-up now.
After like a couple roles, I was kind of like, well, I don't need the money. And I like have more roles that I could take, but I just decided like I wanted to challenge myself. I wanted to try something new. And I was seeing a couple shows at the Comedy Store at the time because I have a friend that I know who's a comic who goes up there all the time, and I was
Who's that?
Howie Mandel actually.
Oh,
So
of course. From the episode where we all went on Deal or No Deal.
Yes, I tried to make some inroads with Howie at the time, but he seemed pretty focused and
yeah, so like once I was talking to Howie and like kind of trying some stuff out, he was like, "Oh, you should come do some sets at the store," and I was like,
the grocery store.
"No, the Comedy Store." And yeah, so I did some sets, and I ended up just having like a spot there like weekly, and
They gave you a spot?
yeah, just in the smaller room, so nothing crazy, but it's been really nice. I do it a couple times a week, and
Wow.
yeah, it's super fun.
And is that how you got discovered by Jimmy's people?
Yeah. Okay, Kate, you really know your stuff.
Yeah. I keep a good eye on the forums.
Someone in the audience was like, I guess, scouting for a warm-up comic for the Jimmy Kimmel show, and so now I do that. That's like my day job basically now.
So
you're-
cool.
and you're
fun.
And you're happy with that.
Yeah, it's so fun. It's really, really fun. I just like
I
pop
guess you're
in.
used to not being the star. So I guess that is kind of a perfect.
Well, it looks like you're having such a good time up there. I actually have a clip of you here at a backyard show that a loyal fan took for you.
Oh. This is like,
So, I heard something pretty crazy the other day. You know that actor Armie Hammer? Yeah. Well, apparently he's a cannibal now. I mean, I've been in this town for a very long time. And, yeah, I would say that that's a first. Okay, I just have one question. How the hell do I get on the goddamn menu? I mean, what's for next course? My ass! Please! I'm begging! I mean, can you imagine? I'm sitting there on the plate, spread eagle. He's there with his bib and his fork and knife, and he's all going, he's going, yeah, this is not what I ordered.
It's a little blue. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's just, I mean, again,
I have a stepdaughter, so I don't know that I could bring her to that.
Well, you can leave her at home.
How is your stepdaughter?
She's giving me the silent treatment right now.
Oh.
But we're going to work it right out. We're going to work it out like we always do. And if you're listening, Arabella, please forgive me. I'm just kidding. She doesn't listen to this.
that was really cool. That looked like a cool little backyard show or
Yeah,
something.
where was
It
that?
I don't know. I just kind of say yes to anything because I just have so much fun doing it. And I've gotten to meet a lot of great comics. And it's just a lot of fun. I mean, you guys should come out to one of the store shows. Like,
Oh, maybe.
yeah, most of the Twice Blessed people, they end up coming and then we like go and get drinks after and we have a really nice time. It's so fun.
Do you mean like people from the crew?
No. I mean like Chloe and Marsha and Rowan and like, oh, Hardin. I think he might have been in town to do. Well, he was in town for my show, and then I think he did your.
Yeah, I think he was here for this
podcast.
pod. Yeah.
Yeah, he came for this,
Yeah.
and so he went to your show too. That's
Yeah,
so cool.
he came in town for my show, and yeah, it was really great to see him. He seems like
Wow.
he's killing it.
I mean, I would personally love to see the old gang as long as I don't have plans with Arabella.
Yes.
Oh my God, yeah.
But I also I don't know, I still feel really close with all of those people even without seeing them. Like Nixon, would you say that you feel like you've kept up with the old gang over the years?
Oh my God, yes, I've definitely. I mean, we had Hardin on last week, and we had a blast.
Love that
and,
guy.
yeah, and I'm sure we're gonna have some other folks on after you, Jess. And let's see. I mean, Chloe and I are definitely maybe not in touch every day, but I mean, there's a mutual respect there for sure. And I absolutely respect her leaving social media. I was really proud of her for that. I could never. I mean, it's so tough. So she's really being super brave on that.
No, she's on social media. She has
she's on
Instagram.
Instagram and
She
stuff.
has Twitter.
Yeah, she's. I mean, I
Maybe she's taking a break because it looks like she's not posting anything. It looked like her account is kind of deleted. So I was like, whoa, that is brave. Like for a public figure, you know.
That's
to do
weird.
it.
That there must be something.
Yeah,
going
she
on with
posted
your
like
IG.
yesterday. She made a chicken piccata.
Yeah, she's always cooking, and she's always like, she's got so many brand deals. I mean, she's honestly.
I think she just got a Kohl's endorsement. Like she's
Yep.
like, yeah,
She's been
Candies
doing
by
great.
Kohl's.
yeah,
Yeah.
right,
She's
She's
really
making
busy
it a
on there,
luxury
actually.
brand.
yeah.
Maybe you were like, she's like shadow banned or something.
Yeah.
that's-
Oh, maybe that's it.
because
right,
you guys have a good relationship, right?
Yeah, of course we have a good relationship. Why wouldn't we have a good relationship? We
Your
worked
voice
together
is
for
getting
many years.
weird.
That's just my voice.
So you talk to her? Or?
Yeah, we talk all the time. We talk.
So you have her number?
Definitely.
Then call her. Why don't we call her? It'll be fun, right?
Why don't we call her? Let's do that. Yeah.
I think that'd be nice.
I think that'd be cool. I think the listeners
Yeah.
would really,
She should be free right now. It's
really love that.
She should be free right now.
She's going to love this.
We're sorry. You have reached a number that has been disconnected or is no longer in service. If you feel you have reached this recording in error, please check the number and try your call again.
That's
Yeah,
so
I mean, we
weird.
have reached it in error. What is that?
Do you have the right number?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, 323-474-5657.
Yeah, that's the one I have too.
That's weird. That is so
Well, why don't
weird.
I can try her. You guys
Call her.
are good, right? You guys are good.
Yeah, of course.
Okay. Yeah, we're good.
Yeah, I'll call her. I have her number. And calling. Okay.
Hello?
Chloe.
Hey, Jess. How are you,
Hi.
girl?
I am good. How are you?
So good to hear from you. I'm
Yes.
doing okay.
Okay.
About to walk into a massage.
Oh, okay. Well, I just, if you have like 5 minutes,
Absolutely. What's up, girl?
yeah, I'm actually in the studio right now on the Twice Blessed recap pod.
Oh my God, no way. Tell Marsha and Roro I say hi. What sweetie?
Okay, well, it is actually Eryn and Nixon.
Those fucking losers.
Oh, you
Why
are-
are you doing that?
Yeah.
Hi, Chloe. This is Eryn.
Hey.
Am I on speaker?
Yeah.
Jess, what the fuck?
Take me off speaker
Okay,
now.
Sorry.
I don't have time for this, and
No.
I just I'm so
No,
mortified.
I know.
right
I'm
now.
so sorry. It was a
I'm
dumb idea.
embarrassed
It was a
because now
dumb
you're making
idea.
me look like the asshole. You see what's happening?
No, and I will make sure that does not happen.
No, it's
I
not
will
fucking
make sure.
okay, Jess. It's
Okay.
not a joke.
I'm so sorry.
It's
I'm
not
so sorry.
okay.
No, I'm not laughing.
You know I'm not chill
No,
with them.
my bad. I don't know what I was thinking.
Are they paying you for this? Like,
No.
what the fuck is going on,
no,
dude?
they didn't even get me like a snack. Like, I'm so sorry. Please forgive me. Please.
Fuck, dude. Fuck. I'm gonna send you my acupuncturist bill. This is making my cortisol level go
I'm
crazy.
so sorry. Chloe,
Fuck.
Chloe, take a breath.
Ugh.
Chloe, take a breath. Chloe, take a breath. Chloe,
Fuck.
I get it. I'm so sorry. I'll tell them that
Fuck.
if they speak to anyone that I will have them injured.
Oh, shit.
Are you mad at me?
Yes.
Okay. How can I make it up to you? Can I I'll buy you dinner. We should get dinner. We should go to Gracias Madre.
It's fucking disgusting there. You know I don't eat vegan anymore. I'm only eating beef.
Okay, yes, raw.
We could
beef
go to
diet.
Musso and Frank
Okay, yeah, let's
tonight.
Yeah.
Okay.
8:30?
Bring cigarettes.
Okay. That sounds good actually.
Okay, never do this again.
Okay, I'm sorry and I love you.
Okay, yeah, I know
I'm
you
sorry
do.
and I love you.
Okay, I gotta go. Don't tell them I said any of
Okay,
this.
of course I won't. They have no idea. Love me too.
Jose,
Okay,
bye.
bye.
Jose!
Okay, bye.
Everything okay?
Yeah, she's busy. Is that it? Are we done? Can we?
We have one quick segment for
Okay.
you. It's hot seat time.
Yeah.
This is a fun one.
Seat.
Okay.
You're
Cool.
in the hot
This
seat.
is this is a tradition.
You need
Yeah.
speed round.
Yeah, it's going to be real speedy.
Okay.
These are all questions coming in from your adoring fans.
Okay.
From all across the country. First question for you, Jess, is who would you say is your biggest comedic inspiration?
Pass. Next question, please.
Yeah. Okay. That's a honestly fair answer. Okay. You can be your own inspo. Jess, would you say you're more of an autumn or a winter? I've actually been wondering the same thing. I think I think you're a hybrid, maybe. But you go.
I'm not really sure. Is that like what season I like best? Because
It can be, sure.
I get autumn.
The
what's the
leaves,
next one?
the leaves are falling.
Yeah.
And you can answer these as much as you like. Like
Yeah,
you can really
There's no
feel
word
free to
limit.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought it was gonna be like rapid fire really fast, so I can.
Yeah,
get out,
no,
but-
I was just trying to, when we said rapid fire, I was just trying to get you to,
What's the next question?
Yeah,
Yeah.
next question.
where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Probably living in a house, a different house, maybe.
An amazing house,
Yeah,
I'm sure.
yeah.
Beautiful house.
Awesome.
Yes.
Got your eye on any neighborhoods?
No.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Short and sweet.
This is the last question.
Okay.
And then we'll get you right out of here.
Awesome. Sounds good. Thanks.
Okay. Bridget Everett recently quoted LL Cool J saying, "Dreams don't have deadlines." In this way, do you think I should keep dreaming my dream of an Autumn Hatheway spinoff because I have felt nonstop disappointment about it ever since the dream's conception and no one seems to care? That's a little emotionally involved, but what do you think?
Kate, that question was
What was that?
That's
it was garbled as hell.
I just think this person feels strongly that an Autumn Hathaway spinoff would be an amazing addition to television. Jess, what do you think?
Got it.
As long as Chloe's okay with it, if I have her blessing, then of course I'll revise the role. Is that it?
That's it from Hot Seat.
Hot seat. All right. Well, do you have any plugs?
Anything you want to tell us about that you're
No,
excited
that's all.
about?
That's all.
Nothing?
That's all.
Okay.
Do you have any shows coming up or?
Well, what do I
The
have?
schedule's up in the air right now, so it's
All
gonna
right.
be.
Well, this segment is we usually do plugs. So I am once again going to be on The Amazing Race this week. Please watch to see if my partner Raquel and I make it out of Peru. And Eryn, you've got a plug as well.
I've got some tile samples coming for the wet room, and I'm really excited to show them to you guys next week. So
Yeah, hopefully you can get some promo, some sponsorships. You know?
maybe we could get someone from the Bobby Burke line. I would love that. And hopefully Kate gets off her cutie patootie and makes that jingle. Am I right?
All right.
You're right.
Yeah. And Jess, if you wanted to stick around, I know we've got this home gym and Erin's got a hot tub. So
Yeah,
if you wanted to
we
maybe
could do a
hang
little-
out.
Or if you want to just go take a walk with me and talk through some things.
No, I'm sorry. I'm actually booked up today.
I
so.
totally understand.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Well, this has been Twice Blessed, Once Recapped.
fully getting out.
She's out of here.
Oh, all right.
Okay.
We'll see you later, Jess.
Bye, Jess.
Bye, Jess.
So good to have you.
Oh,
All right. Yeah.
that
She
door
is-
locks behind you.
Oh,
Yeah, don't worry about. Yeah, it will lock.
bye, girl.
Bye.
Love you.